right, thank you guys for watching another episode of Just Talks TV. My name is Jamal. We're at Off the Hook of Yonkers, and today we're going to be interviewing CJ, the CEO and fashion designer of Trendsetters Clothing.
Look, it's two ways that this shit could go. I'll let you decide like who's they. Oh, that's Dan and Scope. Yeah, they good to slide, it's too late to be switching up. You done pick the side, it's souffle. How I'm cooking up, need the bread to rise like Tunchi. No ceilings on a V when I'm cruising by like Tunchi. No ceilings on a V, gotta ship them size my move rate. Had to bring the gang, couldn't compromise, they too fake. No, you cannot hang, see through your disguise.
First, appreciate you for coming out and doing this, So just want to start off by one of my favorite podcasts that I do, that I watch is Drink Champs. And something that they like to do is talk about like appreciating people while they're here and like giving people like their flowers and stuff like that. So for me, I've known you since you were, like 6 or 7. So it's crazy to see that you went from being a little kid to like now doing clothing and fashion. You did a fashion show. You did like a lot of like giving back to the community and stuff like that too. So I like to see that, and it's inspiring for people that are also coming up. So
I appreciate that, bro. For sure, appreciate that. Yeah, I actually do. I feel like a lot of stuff that I'm doing, like it goes unnoticed, but then again, it's good because I know that it's a grand scheme of things. So like, I'm working in silence right now. Y'all hear about it after y'all start, seeing it, or y'all part of it. When it's too late, basically, y'all hear about it, but it's a process.
As long as I know you were into sports, baseball, basketball, football, pretty much everything, right? So like, how did you make that transition from football to wanting to do clothing?
Football wasn't. It was just coming to a halt. Like I noticed, I just came to a realization, like, yo, my coaches aren't really in my corner in college, aren't as in your corner in college as they are in high school or as hands-on. Then it's like I already started to see like, all right, well, I got a talent, I got a gift elsewhere. So why not, focus on that rather than focus on something that, is just for the time being. Like, I didn't really have any more aspirations on going to the NFL, so it's like, all right, so what are you really doing? In college, bro, like at the beginning, honestly, I had an idea on what I wanted to do, but it's like, all right, I'm just going with the flow, let me see where it takes me, you feel me? So it was more so that, and then it's like, I got a lot of time, I gotta explore college. I can't really sit here and kill my day with sports, that like, it was tedious. So that's why I stepped away from like the sports aspect. And then the fashion world, like being around, bro, like so back in high school, me and my boys used to sell like, we started selling hats, reselling hats and everything, called Stay Wealthy. So that was our little brand.
What kind of hats were they?
They were just little dad hats, Matter of fact, I'll show you pictures and everything, but they were just little dad hats, multi-colors or one color, and then just do like a little money bag with an SW. It was a little thing. It was just to see how, you feel me? Like
testing the waters to see what would happen, yeah.
Just doing it for fun at the time, bro, because we knew we was just lit. That's all it was. We saw like, yo, I started to see like, yo, you got a gift, bro. Like you could really start doing this. That didn't work out in the long run, but it was just for fun, like I said. So it wasn't really like we needed to push it. 2018 got in the groove. Like I'm like, all right, well, 2018, I'm like, all right, well, we gonna do this. Like I got into business with my man's Dave, and we just came up with the name, and we just like brainstormed, we got the name legally and everything, and then it kind of went on the back burner. Like we graduated, and life just took course, so it took over.
And this was after high school.
Right after high school, yeah, going into college, and life just took over. Then sports, I was playing football, so like my freshman year, I played football my entire freshman year. Then like the spring season, so. Right after that is when I'm like, all right, well, we about to turn Trendsetters up, you feel me? So that's really what it was. Just that timing, really, that timing aspect of it, everything.
How did y'all come up with the name Trendsetters?
Bro, yo, it's so funny. Trendsetters, all right. Trendsetters really came from like, we were just sitting there, and then we like, all right, well, what's something that's catchy, or like what's something that's fire. And that name, for whatever reason at the time being, kept ringing in my head, like trendsetting, trend. So I'm like, trendsetters. When he mentioned like, yo, what's the name? I'm like, trendsetters. Yo, how's trendsetters sound? Like, you feel me? Like, but I'm like setters. Trendsetters is too like proper, like setters, ERS. You feel me? So now I'm like, all right, so what can we do? Like, and it's like, all right, looking at the names legally and everything, and then I'm like, all right, well, what is the brand? That's really when we started to get into it. So now trendsetters, if you really pay attention to it, is the first half of trend is like proper. It's like what you think of. And then the second half, setters, is that's not a real word. Setters, it's just, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, well, setters is slang. Like setters is that new age, you feel me, spin on things. But you see, like, I still try to incorporate like a throwback vibe to it. You feel me? But not something that people could resonate with though, for sure. But that's really how it came about. And then like, really, we were just in high school, and really beyond that, like just since younger, like whatever group of friends that I was around, or you feel me, brothers, like you feel me, we got that we around, we moving, however we move, people really pay attention to us, or we see ourselves in other people, like just anything that we do, so we leave a lasting impact. So I feel like, all right, well, you're a part of any group that you're a part of, you notice an impact as well. So trendsetter, you a trendsetter, people you're around are trendsetters, so you notice trendsetters, y'all, you feel me, like y'all strong. So that's really what it is, like.
Is when you went from like selling the hats and stuff like that when you were in high school to you got all the like the traction, and you saw that it was something that you can do.
Right.
What did you learn from your classes in college, business, or like your fashion classes for a more professional look?
So I learned more so like the behind the scenes things for fashion and business, but like I feel like the things that helped me was more so the response, learning how to respond to certain events, or learning, like actually just going through a lot of stuff, you know, because that's really what it was for me, just going through a lot and just failing. But then on the school side, I would just, as I'm going through it, I'm noticing, I'm like, all right, well, identifying things where I know I messed up at, or, you know, like little case studies that we would do like in classes or whatever. Like, so I'm like, all right, I see a lot of similarities in this business and in my business. So it's like, all right, where did they go wrong? What could they have done better? Now, incorporate it, you know, just try to transfer it over. A lot of that. And then I feel like a big part of it the best part of it is just the relationships you get to develop. The people you get to meet throughout your whole time, your whole process, and the things that you get to learn from them. How can you learn from them? How can they learn from you? How can y'all develop together? That's really like, I feel like where I developed the most and learned like the most as far as fashion and as far as business and as far as really like just anything. It's just that interaction with other people and just really just exploring.
Before I get into like the actual design and stuff like that, I wanted to ask, because your mom's here. So I wanted to ask, how does that feel, like having that support with like your fam backing you and with what you're creating?
Right. I'm not gonna lie, it's a beautiful feeling, especially because there's so many people like who's in your corner, like who's in my corner. There's so many people who's in the Trendsetter corner. But I'm not gonna lie, like it from the jump, it didn't always seem like that. You feel me? But I am very appreciative that my parents have always been there from the jump. You feel me? That there's certain friends who's been there from the jump. I'm not gonna name no names because I start forgetting everything. But there's just people who've actually who've been there from the start and have helped, and they understand like how much this means to me. And I appreciate the fact that there's so many people who show love, like who support it, who believe in it, who would do anything to back it. So for that, I appreciate all of y'all. Congratulate y'all. We gonna run it up, and I promise y'all, y'all gonna reap some benefits from this. I promise y'all. I put them through a lot. My parents do a lot, you know. For sure.
So the creative process, what is like your creative process when you're trying to think about creating a shirt or a hoodie or?
All right, so like I really didn't have a process, bro. Like from like 2018, 2019 to just last year, my last fashion class, just last semester, I took my first fashion class. If you want to know how, let me break it down for you. So, my senior year, I'm in my senior year right now. I didn't take a fashion course until my first semester of my senior year. So 3 years of straight business courses and nonsense. Not nonsense, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like stuff that you really like,
Don't really
you got to get through.
Yeah.
Fashion is something that I feel like I can express myself. I can be expressive. I can be creative. It's just something that like, you can't really tell me what to do. So it's just like, I love learning about this. You feel me? You can be artistic, just, I don't know, man. But like that part of it, I didn't have a process up until that point because I just didn't know what I was doing. And then I got to my fashion class just last semester, so a few months ago, and I started to learn actually how to put together a collection or like a mood board or, you know, just move through the process. I'm still learning it because I've only done it for class purposes and everything. But for the show, everything leading up to the show, because I'm still in class, has helped. So like my collection for the lookbook show and everything was based off of my final project from my fashion design class. And it was just for fun, like creativity purposes and just to get the grade. That's what majority of my classmates were looking at it as. But I just took it as an opportunity to turn it into something bigger. Like even with like some of the colors, like the garments themselves, like it was just, it's real cool. It was just, you know, development.
Are you the only person like in your class right now that has their own actual brand, or?
There's a lot of people who are into the fashion world. You know, they're into like different things within the fashion world though. Like they entered it through different lanes basically.
Okay.
So there's a lot of people that work at like fashion companies. There's a lot of people who model, but I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people who have fashion brands within Fordham. But the goal is to network with people and find some more people who are like me, man. I don't really know of anybody who got brands like that at Fordham. One person I did, my boy, I'm gonna shout him out. I'm gonna just shout him out real quick. One person I did, he left Fordham, but I'm gonna still shout him out. My boy, with Oliver Aid, my boy, Prince. You feel me, Steezy, my boy. He been working, he been doing his thing, he been on his grind, and I salute you, my boy, cause you been doing your thing. Yeah, he be doing his thing with he run with like the dude from Power, Reek. Yeah, that's his. Yeah, he run with him and everything. So, but he left college and he just ran it up after that. You feel me? So I love to see that. You feel me? Because especially like he was the only like-minded person like me on campus when it came to like fashion and football. So we had similar stories and everything. So shout out to my boy. Keep doing your thing.
But I wanted to ask, like, what is the difficulty with being a student but also trying to run a business at the same time?
I'm not gonna lie, that was like mind blowing. Like it's been times where I done stepped away. Like I took a little break from Trendsetters, you know, from the business because I had to get my mind right or get my grades right with school. Just focus on make sure I got these assignments coming up, or you know I got these midterms, finals. It sounds like I want to go, you know, go outside and go or put together some heat for people to drop and you know some fire content to post up. But it's like you got other obligations, you know. And I'm almost out of here. I'm out of there in May 2022. So it's like, yo, bro, you close to the end. And I'm not gonna lie, like it's a lot of people that I really like appreciate because it's been times where I really feel like stressed, bro. I'm like, yo, like what do I do? Like, and it just like, yo, bro, you almost there. Like, just get through it, and you already doing your thing with the clothes, bro. So just, you know, just focus, you know, focus up, and then just turn it up afterwards. So that's really what I've been focused on, like just trying to graduate and then focus on the thing. But that balance it can ruin you, you know, or if you don't pace yourself or time it out, schedule, you know, get a little plan, then you'll drive yourself crazy. But I feel like I've been getting much better with that, and also developing the team. That's another like way that you can get through, like just people helping you, people who really care about what you got going on, and they don't want to, you know, y'all got the same end goal, y'all got the same mindsets. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like that's really what got me through or helped me get through. It was just like learning to use the clothes as expression, as helping you, like helping me deliver a message to you, and yeah, that part.
So I was gonna ask because you recently posted that Davies was wearing one of your your sweatsuits. How is that like? What was that feeling like?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Yo, one day my phone was just blowing up. Like, all right. Long story short, it took a few days. Like, I didn't see it for a few days. Like, he had wore the sweatsuit. He had went to like a interview, a podcast. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And I had no knowledge like of it at all. Then a couple days later, like people start tagging me like, "Yo, Trendsetter, like, yo, this is you, bro. Like, this is your." Like, I'm like, hold on. Like, yo, East moving today. Like, yo, East got my drip on. Like, that's really dope because 9 times out of 10, like, you know, like, people get stuff and they're just like, all right, whatever. Like, I'll throw it on or I'll give it to somebody. But he really threw it on. Like, he jacked it. You feel me? Like, he put it on, bro. Like, he put my drip on. Like, I don't know. Like, that was a real exciting like feeling for me, and it was real exciting to see like everybody who's really in my corner supportive. They like, yo, you did that. Like, my uncle knew, like, yo, my aunts, like, my mom, my dad, like, my friends, yo, like, so it's just like, I feel like I'm taking steps in the proper direction if somebody like that threw my drip on, like, you feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, yo, and shout out to Finesse from the town too. You to go for that. But yeah, like, I just feel like that was an exciting time, and we gonna give him some more drip. Keep tagging East. Hashtag keep tagging East on the gram, on Instagram. Send him the website, Trendsettasofficial.com. He gotta get some drip. Tell him hit me up for real, cause I've been trying to get in tune with him lately. I know he's locked in on his album and everything though, so it's all good.
Fashion shows, you did a couple that you've put together, and I know that you're gonna be working towards doing that in the future as well. I saw the video that you guys put together of like what the whole event looked like. That the one that was recent actually was here and Off the Hook. Yeah. So
shout out to my boy A. Yes, sir.
What was that process like of putting that together? Because the video looked like you were having so much fun when you was doing the walk.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, like, all right, I'm glad that you saw the beauty of it because we went through the hell of it. You get what I'm saying? The back end. It was crazy. Like, the idea came about within like a month, like November, December, like the end of November going into December. That whole month was just trying to plan for it. Like, it was literally just an idea that popped up. That was it, like, out of nowhere. And we just ran with it, like, and I'm like, all right, you know what? The semester's about to start, like, beginning of January. So, you know what? Let me just push as fast as I can or as much as I can. All right, so now I reach out. I'm like, Ma, you know, like, I want to do this. Like, how can we do it? And started putting a little list together of people that we would need, of things we would need, the team, the items. Like, I just put together a little collection list, started making sense of things, colors, like just thinking about the theme. So it was real chaotic on the back end, but I'm glad that we put all the legwork in to set the foundation because this is something that we want to do going forward. But the day of, it was still chaotic leading up to like the very start of the event, like literally the very start. Like, we still steaming stuff. We still getting stuff ready for the models getting they makeup done right before the walk. Like, it was a lot, but it was what I envisioned it to be. So that was the beauty of it, and it was a beautiful event. It was nothing but like family vibes. Like, that's what it gave, like that come vibe, that lovely like aura. Like, I love that. I love that about it. There was no type of like animosity between anybody throughout the night. Like, everybody came in, they all black. Like, everybody was dressed in the attire. So it was just like, yo, we united. Like, this is what I want Trendsetters to be, but on a larger scale with more people, diversified even more. And that's what I was really trying to get at as far as like the models too, like the different, you feel me, skin complexions and everything. Just, I want to incorporate everybody. I don't want nobody to feel left out or feel like they can't be a trendsetter, because respectively, everybody's a trendsetter in their own lane, in their own way. So that's really what it is, like what it's all about. But the fashion show definitely, like, it gave that vibe. It gave that family vibe, and I loved it. Definitely loved it.
When I first saw that you were posting that you were doing Trendsetters ones, I saw you were doing the free haircuts and stuff like this. And I know this was a couple years ago.
That's dope though.
But is that something that you plan on doing more of, or like the idea, and how did you?
So I definitely want to do one in Yonkers. Like that one was out in the city or out in the Bronx. Just because that's where I'm in college, like I go to school at and everything. That's where I started at. So it's just like, all right, let's do this. But yeah, definitely plan to do more events. I want to do fundraisers as well, like to donate back to like causes or to charities, to give back to the community where we started. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this is literally where we started, and I tell people this all the time. Like, when you buy something from Trendsetter, you're not only supporting me, you're supporting the entire community, because I tell people this, like, I can't make it up. We are Yonkers, like we are all we got. So it's like, why are we beefing with each other or going against each other, competing against each other, when we can all come together and make something beautiful for everyone? It doesn't make sense when you really think about it. And a lot of people have that mindset, but they just don't open their mouth. Well, let me be that person that's gonna open their mouth and be that connecting piece. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what, like I said, trend and setters is about. It's that trend proper, and then setters is just like that slang. It's just like contrast. Like, it's just like one side is yin and yang, But
Now as you're saying that out loud, it sounds, you don't really put that together until you hear.
You know what's funny? I was just talking to my boy the other night too, and I was just saying, like, a lot of things that I incorporate, or like the thought that I put into Trendsetters, like a lot of people, it goes over a lot of people's head, but now I'm trying to, or we're working at like getting people to like really understand what's going on with the overall message of Trendsetters, not just the clothing. Because you can look at the clothing and be like, all right, it's trendy, like, all right, Trendsetters. It's more than that. It's actual thought to each piece. You know what I'm saying? Like where it's at. This is authentic. Like, this is something that really means something to me. It's like a jagged edge. It's red. Like, for me, it's authentic. It's cut up and everything. But this is what I like, because this is me. Like, this is what it feels like to be a trendsetter. You're original. Like, be yourself, be authentic. That's really what it symbolizes. And I just want people to understand more of, I wish people were vested into understanding more of what Trendsetters actually was. But we gon' get y'all right. We gon' help y'all understand the vision, help y'all understand the mission.
So we have some of the clothes behind us. You want to talk about your current collection that you have out now?
So I actually got, it's the Setters, which is, I'm wearing one piece from the collection right now. This is the denim jacket. My boy Pop actually wore it in the show. And then Aubrey, shout out to her too. And this is like, I just wanted to do like a thing where people aren't Trendsetter's not like as in your face as, it always is, because I've always stamped it. Like, I'm big on branding and everything. So it's like, Trendsetters is more so for the streets. You get what I'm saying? So it's more so for, you feel me? My people, this is what we do. Like, we get money, you know what I'm saying? Like, we get money, we don't care about the rules, we do what we want. Like, that's it. That's all it's really promoting. And like I said, I want to send y'all a message through it. So this is one side of it, one aspect of it. It's the Trendsetters, it's the FTR, the fuck the rules, all of that. So that's why, and then the MLK, like, we stand on what we mean. Really why I put MLK on it, because it's like, we stand on what we mean business, and that's an identifiable face. So you're going, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, then you got the FTR on the back. I really just wanted to get that through people's heads, like, yo, it don't matter about the rules for real, because what are rules? You feel me? Like, if they're, rules are meant to be broken. If they ain't right, you gonna straighten them one way or another. You get what I'm saying? And then the Setters is more so for like getting into luxury or getting into more of the high end. You get fashion. So I want everybody in the world to be able to wear Trendsetters. That's all. These are gonna be like, you feel me? Streetwear. And then this is gonna be like high end Setters things and essentials. So like T-shirts, dress shirts, Setters. You feel what I'm saying? Then things outside, more so running around, activewear and everything, just Trendsetters. That's really the two collections that I got going on right now. And something dropping soon. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned. Got a lot of collaborations coming too. A lot of collaborations. I'm big on collaborations. Trendsetters is big on collaborations because Trendsetters is an umbrella. It's not just, you feel what I'm saying? It's not just a clothing company. It's not just a clothing brand. It's more than just that. And that's what the sooner people see that, I feel like the more people will buy into what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to, I can't even, it's a whole list. I'm not even gonna run down. Like, let me just not even run down it. But yeah, if y'all know, y'all know. We got a lot of heat cooking up. Got a lot of meaningful relationships developing. And yeah, I'm real excited about it. 2022, we running up.
Is there anything else with like Trendsetters that people haven't heard of or haven't even
So something exciting recently, Trendsetters actually got reached out to by a school, a charter school.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Shout out to the Bronx Charter Middle School. And we actually locked in a contract. We did a deal with them, and we produced some of their Black History shirts.
Oh, really?
For sure. I actually wish I had one of them to show y'all, but that was like monumental to me. Like, that was like a big stepping stone in my life because that's like something that I never even thought of. Like, I never even thought about getting into, like, yo, a school people, you just design shirts for a school. Like, that's different to me. Like, I feel like that's something that put a smile on people's faces, so it allows you to be expressive and it allows you to put different expressions on people's faces. That's really what I get out of it, like the satisfaction that I get out of all of this. Like, I just love seeing I'm putting smiles on people's faces, so just helping for the greater good and everything. You talk about giving back, I kind of, you feel me? I'm trying to get into that more so, like helping community centers and helping like schools or just collaborating with schools and community centers or just big influencers, major influencers, like just to help progress the community or help progress like, you know, giving back, you feel me? Just helping people who need help. Not just the less fortunate, but people need help. Everyone needs help at some point in life, you feel what I'm saying? So if you could put a smile on their face because you really never know what they're going through, or if you can help in any way to help them reach that next level, why not? And that's just how I look at things, so that's what Trendsetters is about. And I don't want you to really be a part of the team unless that's your mindset. So if you want to work with us, come correct.
That's actually impressive that you put this onto that because that wasn't something when I was going back looking through, that wasn't something that I...
Really, yeah, for sure. I feel like that's why I'm really like, I feel like it's important to get into the media, so I'm glad you really like, you know, you reached out and we did this interview for sure because I feel like people don't really understand what Trendsetters is or what it can be, what it's going to develop to be. Right now it's just clothes. Before it was just clothes and it just started off as an idea, you know, just flipping things and just having fun, but it's developing into something that's gonna be major, real major. Fun fact is, off the hook, my guy A, he was a part of my first pop-up shop in the truck. He was in the truck, he pulled up outside, and that's what the first day we actually met. He saw the potential in me, and I saw the potential that his company, his food has. So it's like, after that day, we just became locked in. We talked, and that's really how the venue for the show came about. That's how the catering for the show came about. So shout out to him as well. I'm very appreciative for that. And stop by if you got some time, that's all. You hungry, you got some time, because the food is definitely real right.
Definitely.
Right.
No, it definitely is. Was it 47 North Broadway?
Yeah, 47 North Broadway. That's a fact. Supporting all local businesses, all small businesses.
Before we like wrap it up, is there anything that you can or do you want to wait to announce as any like upcoming dates or anything that people should be looking out for?
So right now we putting together a new drop. We putting together some new drops. April 9th, we got a pop-up appearance, Yonkers Arts in Yonkers. We'll be posting about that on the page, on the Instagram page, TikTok. Stay tuned. YouTube. And the 16th, April 16th, we got another date out in Massachusetts, Fitchburg University. We'll be doing a fashion show out there. And then the 23rd, we got another, like a little pop-up appearance. That'll be somewhere in Yonkers on Lake Avenue. But we'll keep y'all posted with the details. Just make sure y'all stay tuned. Subscribe, like, comment, all of that. We got y'all.
end it how I started it. Just want to say like I'm proud of you and seeing all the progress that you have made over the past couple of years, and just want to see how far that you take this. You know what I mean? Like, don't stop, just keep going.
Cut you off real quick though. I'm really proud to see what you've been doing, because when you hit me up, bro, I look back and I'm like, yo, you really been putting in that work for a long time, bro. Like I said, you've been putting in that work for years. Your work is not gonna go unnoticed, bro, and that's how I feel about myself as well. Like, our work won't go unnoticed, but we just gotta continue to work, bro, for a fact. But I'm proud of you too. Keep doing your thing with this Just Talks, with the podcast, with everything, bro. I love this. I love this for sure.
Thank you, bro. I definitely appreciate that. But
Empire, bro, for sure. Definitely not. You doing it. You doing it. We ain't on that trying no more. We doing everything we set our mind to. That's it.
that's a fact.
2022. It's the tee up. Turn up.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching and tune into another episode interview.
Cop that drip, you dig? G, my guy. I'm out of here. Wait, hold on.
gotta leave that.